Senator Shakila Abdallah, all the way from Lamu. And then we have Senator Agnes Kavindu, Senator for Machakos. And then we have Senator Enoch Wambua. He is also the Deputy Minority Leader in the Senate. Then we have a number of MCRs from all over the place. If you could also stand, Irene Mulu and quite a number of them. Now, I want to make my remarks, but I must also tell you to tighten your belt because I'm here to intentionally provoke you as professionals, because it's a call to action if indeed we want to save our nation. And so I'll read these remarks and perhaps juxtapose them occasionally with other remarks. Mr. Chairman, or is it Mr. President Kakai? Philip Kakai, Madam Chief Executive Officer, CPA, Dr. Grace Kamau, incoming incoming chairman, Professor Elizabeth Kalonda. I love that name. Reminds me of where I come from. Distinguished council members and delegates gathered today, whether here or at the Sarova White Sands, here in Sarova, or Pride in Mombasa, or those of you joining us virtually. It is a great honor to address the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of this 42nd annual seminar. And ladies and gentlemen, ICPAK has a long and very rich history. The Institute, founded as a regulatory organization by an Act of Parliament in 1978, is responsible for regulating and coordinating the operations of Kenya's certified and registered public accountants. You not only advise the Examination Board on examinations and standards, you also advise the Minister for Finance on matters relating to financial accountability in all sectors of the economy by setting and enforcing standards of professional practice, such as accounting, auditing, and ethical standards. And how you have grown, and the region has also grown, to hear that we have also representatives, a lot of whom are also online from Burundi, from Rwanda. In fact, your council member tells me even Somalia, the newest member of the East African community, from Tanzania and wherever. I don't know whether there are others from the Republic of South Sudan, the world's newest country. As such, and governed by law, you are one of the most important pillars upon which our country's dreams should be built. Over the last 5 days, outstanding Kenyans and foreigners have addressed delegates on a wide range of topics. You have thought things out, asked questions, and shared your professional experiences. All of this has resulted in today's key theme, self-management, and listening to Dr. Wale, self-regulation. A legendary Chinese philosopher, Lao Tzu, remarked in one of his well-known works that, I quote, "Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power." End of quote. This was penned centuries ago, I think really connect with me today. With absolute confidence, having observed the evolution of our republic from a unique viewpoint, as a lawyer, as a mediator in our conflicts in the region, as a lawmaker, yes, even one time as Deputy Speaker for a whole 5 years, as Assistant Minister, as Minister in about 5 to 6 ministries, Party Leader, the 10th Vice President of our country, and I'm told my friend Raila was here and he protested. I should not call him former, because once a Prime Minister, always a Prime Minister. And yes, I can live with being former, but really the 10th edition of Vice Presidents in our country. It is no secret that something is indeed rotten in the state of Kenya today. And to be able to paraphrase William Shakespeare's Hamlet, whichever way you look at it, and I want to actually add that not only rotten, but you as professionals are called upon to make the difference. In that serious tragedy of Hamlet, the writer, again reflecting, said, time is out of joint. Oh, cursed spite. And I was born to set it right. I'm calling on you as professionals to recognize that time is out of joint, and you are called upon to do something about it. The state of the economy, whichever you look at it, from the state of the economy to misplaced and misguided policies in education, health, and agricultural sectors, our nation is failing. The current regime prioritizes its own interests with nepotism and tribalism, willful corruption, and abuse of state offices taking precedence over professionalism. They've even reinvented goonism, political goonism in our country. This morning's address, the role of professionals in national growth and transformation, is thus particularly timely as we reflect on the state of our nation. In my opinion, the accounting profession should be front and center as the foundation of accountability and transparency in a healthy democracy. Therefore, allow me to focus on 4 critical pillars that I believe members of ICPAK should be guided by in our determined quest to transform our beloved republic into a nation admired and respected regionally and internationally. Pillar number 1, on ethical leadership in professional practice. ICPAK has grown in the last 41 years to be a respected body of some 40,000 certified members who work in diverse sectors of the economy as accountants, as financial experts. Some of them were lent by ODM to William Ruto, auditors, and financial consultants practicing in Kenya and beyond our borders in 44 countries around the globe. Ethics is not some philosophical notion for abstract debate. It is the very essence of professional practice. When you sign off on financial statements, you are not just confirming numbers, you are risking your professional name. You confirm success or failure and define integrity and dishonesty. Ethical leadership is thus an imperative if we are determined to change the destiny of our republic. I therefore call on each one of you today to hold yourselves to a higher level of professional ethics. Your role goes beyond merely technically competent. It involves being a moral compass bending towards ethical justice. When you witness something in error, do not be afraid to speak out. If you are put on the spot and asked to betray your values, please hold firm. Always remember, your signature is not just a sign, it is a guarantee. Like lawyers say, my word is my bond. Your signature is your guarantee, not to your customers, but to your country. Pillar number 2, ladies and gentlemen, institutional integrity and nation building. I, like many other Kenyans, am concerned that the procurement systems which are meant to ensure fairness and value for money are being misused for personal gain. Kenya's budget processes that should align resources with national priorities have been turned into tools for political favoritism. At the heart of each of these failures is a professional who chose convenience over excellence, compliance over conscience. As a Nobel laureate, very own African leader, Wole Soyinka astutely puts it, and I quote, "The greatest threat to freedom is the absence of criticism." End of quote. It is time your profession regains its critical voice. I encourage you to break free from mere compliance, box checking, and step forward as champions of real institutional change.